Mm. Welcome, everybody. Hello, hello. So I have TikTok over here. I have YouTube over here. And today we're actually going to talk about literally my favorite subject to talk about, and that is freedom. And I'm going to share with you how I'm going to share with you a strategy of 2-hour income earning activities that you can get done in 2 hours a day. I have taken this strategy and it has turned into 6 figures in 6 months and my first million in 17 months. I'm going to break it down exactly how that's possible and exactly what you do in this time frame. Just remember one thing: structure equals freedom. So welcome everybody. When you're jumping on, let me know where you're watching from, and I apologize in advance. I have a lot of background noise going on in my house right now. My cleaners are here, and then outside I have a new patio getting installed. So if you guys are on TikTok, when I get off of here, I'm going to show it to you. So I apologize about the noise. Michigan in the house, welcome. So happy to have you. Awesome. So Texas in the house, love it, love it. Chicago in the house, Tennessee, Clayton's hanging out with me in Tennessee from YouTube, and Jamie from Texas. I love it. Hello, Canada. Love it. This is Ireland in the house. I love that. You guys, this is the power of social media. You can learn for free. And I get to educate you for free all over the world. How cool is that? Yay. So excited you're here. Yes. How are you doing? Alabama in the house. I love it. Virginia. Isn't that so fun? I will go live one day and I will have every state covered and a lot of countries covered. So let's dive into it. Okay. I want to, first of all, so today what we're covering, it's Freedom Friday. So I'm going to cover this quickly. And then I want you guys to feel free to ask me anything. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to, and again, I apologize about the noise. Can you hear that right now? I'm curious. Let me know. Because I will try to talk louder if I need to. Hey, South Africa in the house. I love it. So today I'm covering with you the 2-hour income earning strategy, the activities you need to do in 2 hours a day that can turn into daily pay. Good. Okay, again, I'm talking loud enough. North Carolina. I just was in North Carolina for the first time this year. Gorgeous country, gorgeous area there. Loved it. But before I share with you what we do in this time frame, I want to share with you how that's possible. Because I will tell you what, when I heard that I could get my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day, I was like, not possible. Mississippi in the house. I love it. I love it. I love it. Here, let me see. Okay, good. Hello. Just checking everybody. Got a lot of people jumping on. I love it. So I was like, how that's possible? Because I was trying to make an income in network marketing and I was trying hard. I was having to try to find customers. I was having to DM people. I was having to follow up with people, get on the phone with people, and text people. It was exhausting. But guess what? If I was not doing those things, I wasn't making money. So I traded all of that in for right here, automations. This is what I call Puerto Rico. I love it. I just was there in May. This is what I call our freedom machine. No, March. Maybe it was March. This is our, hello. How's Atlanta doing today? Thank you, my friend. I just love sharing this. Maryland in the house. I love it. How's Natasha doing today? California. I love it. No background noise. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate you letting me know because I feel really bad. And so I could not wrap my head around automation. So I want to break this down for you real quick. Automations means my complete business is on autopilot. That is how, my friend, you need to master getting your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day, because my automations works for me 24/7. That's the power of having your business on autopilot. So for example, I see a lot of people do TikTok shop. They have to spend 6 to 8 hours a day on TikTok live. And if they're not doing that, they're not making money. I don't want that life. And in today's world, you don't have to do that, okay? You do not have to do that. Actually, Paul, I'm teaching you a strategy today. I'm not here to sell you anything. So, but with your stinking thinking, I don't think you should be here. I don't even know why you would be here if you're going to be a smart aleck like that. Like, I don't get it. I don't even get, why you want to be mean to anybody. Like, I don't know. There's just not any part of me that would just want to, hurt people, healed people, help people, right? That just, never forget that. And it's like, Paul must be hurting right now to come on and just be rude. I don't understand. I don't understand to be rude. So anyway, it's Freedom Friday though, so I guess he's free to do anything. So let me break down this freedom machine for you, okay? So this first one this is your capture page. So this is where you're going to capture an email, capture their email. What that means is, let me grab my pen here. Right here is where somebody puts their email in. And I'm going to share with you why they would put their email in, okay? And the moment they put their email in, they're immediately given what they asked for. So I give somebody something away for free, okay? And I give a Freedom Formula Blueprint, okay? It is the exact blueprint walking you through this strategy to work 2 hours a day and how that's possible and how you can turn that into daily pay. I just give it away to you for free. That Freedom Formula Blueprint has literally created 109 six-figure income earners. We have one that is so close. Like, she's like a few thousand away. That would be number 10, 110. Then we have 19 self-made millionaires in South Africa. Isn't that cool? I just love that. Aw, thank you, my friend. And so what happens is, so I give that away for free. And so somebody puts their email in, they're immediately given a video here with the directions of how to get that Freedom Formula Blueprint. And then they do get it in the email. Now, here is what I want you guys to wrap your head around this right now, because this is so important to your freedom. This is what you should do. I don't care what business you have, your business should be fully automated. That way you get your life and your time back, okay? So this is what comes in their email. And this video, I explain to people, if you don't see it, check your spam or promotions, because it could have gone there. Here's what's amazing. Between these two videos, it literally answers 99% of my potential customers' questions. The other 1%, they can just email me and I answer their emails. So what happens? See that right here and here? This takes them down to a page to buy. So nobody has to get on the phone with me if they want to buy. Nobody has to wait for me. Matter of fact, TikTok, I will never DM you on TikTok. Please be safe. If you want to hang out with me, email me. Then you know you're 100% talking to me. That's really important, okay? So I don't do crypto, I don't do trading, I don't do WhatsApp, I don't do any of that. So if somebody's asking you, it's not me. They either have official Michelle or O'Neill spelled wrong. So just be safe out there. That's why I communicate with you through my emails and why I love to go live, okay? So let me just kind of recap, because this is important. Now, I have a community of 53,000, I think 500 people now that I work this strategy with. So on average, with the ones that I personally mentor and work with, on average, 1 out of 20 buy. That's just the average. Some people have way better results than that. Some people have worse results, but the average on the board is 1 out of 20. So what that means, hey, Chrissy, thanks for following me, is your goal is to get 20 emails a day. And I'm going to share with you how you do that, okay? That's the easy button. I'm going to show you. So 20 a day, because if 1 out of 20 are buying, and if you can get 20 a day, that equals 900. Now, don't let that overwhelm you, because there's 5 billion people on social media. You just need the right mindset and the right attraction marketing strategy to attract those 20 a day to you. Now, that doesn't mean, hey, thanks for the love, my friend. That doesn't mean you're going to launch your business today and get 20 leads today. Don't be silly. This isn't a get rich quick anything. This is a building a solid, secure income that can change your family's life. It's all about the freedom. That's what I'm here. It's Freedom Friday, right? Hey, Michelle with 2 L's. Thanks for following me. Awesome. And so it is this right here. So your goal is 20 emails a day, on average 1 out of 20. So let's just say you started attracting and it took you a month, but you made 900 a month by learning how to automate a business and learning how to grow on social media. Then what if the next month you were getting a customer every other week? and you made 1,800. What if the next month you were getting a customer every week? And then what if the next month you were getting one every day? If you can learn the skills and implement a strategy to attract one customer a day, that's $328,000 a year. Would that change your life any? Would that change your life any? I'm just curious. Would that change your life any? I'm curious. See, I had stinking thinking when I launched into the digital space. Literally stinking thinking. I was like, if I can just learn how to grow a successful digital business and make $54,000 a year, my first year, I was going to be excited. My second year was to attract $300 a day in customers, which is $109,000 a year. My second year goal was to attract $600 a day in accumulation of customers, which is $219,000 a year. That would have changed my family's life. But because I am consistent, because I am coachable, I implemented the strategy and made 6 figures in 6 months because I grew an email list and I mastered the 2-hour income earning activity day. So what's nice is this system is proven to work. Now you might be asking right now, well, Michelle, if 1 out of 20 are buying, what's happening? Hey, thanks for the love, my friend. What's happening to the other 19? So 4 people, let's just say 4 aren't interested. Because not everybody's going to buy from you. That's the world we live in, which I love that. I don't want everybody to buy from me. I just want people that truly care about designing their life, truly care about learning skills, then strategies to create a destiny for the family. That's the people I love working with because I can change their life, right? So I don't want everybody to buy from me, just like you should never want everybody to buy from you, okay? So if 1 out of 20 are buying, let's say 4 aren't interested. They just unsubscribe, which I love that. I love that for you guys because you never have to worry about me bothering you. So the other 15 are going to start going through your emails. This, my friend, is where the journey begins. The journey of the know, like, and trust. I just want you to know what I have. I just want you to know if it's a fit for you. See if you like it and see if you can trust it's a solution for what you're looking for. The ones that say yes, buy. The ones that say no, unsubscribe. You get to make the decision without me bothering you, and I get to build a business without being rejected. It is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hey, thanks for following me, my friend. Hey, Alicia, how are you, my friend? And I love that. And so I was like, back in September of 2022, I was like, I will learn this. Now, here's the best part. It was pre-built for me. All I had to do was purchase a domain. I got it from GoDaddy for $11.99. And I got dailypaybusiness.com. Matter of fact, screenshot this real quick, okay? I want you to screenshot this. And if you're interested in actually seeing this whole system and learning about it, just go right here, dailypaybusiness.com. When you go there, you're going to put your email in right here. I want you to do this to learn, but I also want you to do this to see how you could have an automated system out there like this helping you earn as well. And the moment you put your email in, there's a video here. And you're also going to get the Freedom Formula PDF blueprint in your email. If you don't see it, just check your spam or promotion. After you watch these 2 videos, which are short, maybe it's going to take you 15 minutes total is it. After you watch those videos, if you have questions, email me. I would love to answer questions. If you don't, I'd love to work with you. If it's not if it's something you're not interested in, I'm proud of you that you had the courage to check it out. Most people never make money. Most people stay stuck because they don't have courage. I feared more being in the same place in 6 months than I feared learning something new. It was the best decision I ever made. So check it out. If you're interested, great. So let's keep on going. So I started building my email list. The bigger my email list, the bigger the income. So now I want you to think about having a fully automated business out there working for you. Let me give you an example that you can relate to. Amazon. You can go to Amazon at any time and buy. If you think about it, you can go type it in and you can buy it. In 2 to 4 days, it's at your doorstep. Now, the advantage of what I sell is when somebody buys from me, in 2 to 4 minutes, it's in their email. Their complete Membership login information is immediately given to them. They can immediately log in. They can immediately start learning. So I love that. But on the other side of they don't have to wait for me. Thank you, Ashley. You're so sweet. They don't have to wait for me. So what that means is I can be with my family. I can be doing the things that I want to do or that I love to do. And my automated system is just constantly working for me 24/7. That's the freedom I always dreamed of. I'm a mom of 6 and a grandma to 5. And I was failing miserably at time if I go back to 2022. Okay. So that's how you can literally learn to get your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. Now, here's where the structure equals freedom. And I want you to write that down. Seriously, that will change every area of your life. Structure equals freedom. Write that down. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Good group today, by the way. I love your energy. Structure equals freedom. So I learned to get my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. Now, once I got those done, if I wanted to work more, I can. Okay, so I want to break them down for you right now. Okay, so right here, 1 hour, 3 pieces of content. Now, what's important with this? This is on one platform. Okay, one platform. So if you want to market on more than one platform, you'll need to add more time. This is one platform. Now, here's what I'm going to recommend. If you do not already have a following, if you do not already have some type of brand being established, I literally recommend you start with one platform. When I launched my business in September of 2022, I went all in with TikTok. That's the only platform I stayed consistent on. Hey, thank you for the love, my friend. Just that platform. And here's why. I wanted to get good at it. I wanted to understand. See, people's problem is they post without a strategy. And every platform is a little bit different. I didn't post without, hello, my friend, how are you? I didn't post without a strategy. I implemented a strategy, but I wanted to really understand. Hey, everybody, I love your guys' energy today. I really wanted to understand the algorithms. So I just went all in with TikTok. Now, let me share with you why. Okay, here's why. To me, it was the easy button. And here's why. A 5-second video, okay, with trending song. Okay. A 30-second video and a 1-minute video. So that's it. That was my 3 pieces of content. Just a 5-second video with a trending song, a 30-second. This had more value driven or maybe a story in it. And the 1-minute video gave a little bit more information with a stronger CTA. Now, I want you to think about your behaviors. What type of videos do you watch the most on social media? Are you kind of gravitate more longer, or do you like those short ones and are you a scroller? You like to just watch a little bit and keep on scrolling by. So you got to think of people's behaviors. That's why you need a strategy. If you're not making money online yet, you're not implementing a strategy. You got to get obsessed with that. See, I got obsessed with this. I got obsessed with implementing this and changing people's lives. I got obsessed with teaching this to people because it's your freedom. It is truly your freedom that will give you anything you want because you have your life and your time back. Hello, how's Manny doing today? Love that. And so that was it. Now, here we go. Here's the raw reality. I had every intention of getting my 3 videos done in 1 hour a day. And guess what? I failed miserably. Because what did I say earlier? Structure equals freedom. So I went and I created my first video and I posted it. And while I was uploading, I went to the For You page and I got caught in a rabbit hole. And I noticed 20 minutes went by. I was like, oh my gosh. And guess what? Not only did 20 minutes went by, I lost my desire and motivation because I was stuck in that rabbit hole. Hello, my friend. How are you? How's everybody doing today? And That's when I realized, get the videos posted before you become a consumer. Just focus on being a creator. So what I started doing, well, there's two things I started doing, but I'm going to share with you the one that I love the most. What I started doing is I would write down every Sunday. I still do this, by the way. Every Sunday, I write down the 3 videos. That's 21 videos I want to do a week. Actually, I don't do 21 anymore. I do about 14 to 16. I repurpose parts of my live that TikTok recommends, or I repurpose an older video. Both, because I've been saying the exact same thing for 2 years, 9 months. So I don't have to post as many videos anymore. That's the positive. The longer you do this, the less you have to work and the more you're going to make because you built a bigger email. It was just a dream come true for me. So what I did is, I would write down all 21 topics I wanted to cover. Okay. And then what I did is I would literally go grab 7 shirts and I would bring them in my office and I would create 3 videos, change my shirt, create 3 videos and change my shirt. Here's the interesting part. I would batch create all of my content for the entire week. Hey guys, thanks for following me. Tammy, appreciate it. And I would create all my content for the entire week. Here's what's interesting. This is the power of your mind. My first 3 to 4 videos, I sucked. I was awful. I said, it was awful. But by video 4, I started getting a flow going. I started getting a momentum and I could get those other videos done in like an hour and a half. I could get all 21 of my videos done in 2 hours. So then all I would have to do is every day, I would just grab 3 of those videos and I would post them. And I like to get everything posted and done in the morning. I don't like to have to worry about the afternoon. So if you want my opinion, do you have to post 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening? No. I don't want that kind of pressure. I want my evenings for my family. Yeah. So that's what I did. Now, after a while, I got more comfortable and confident creating videos, so I didn't have to batch create my content. But it was the best thing I did because it was taking me hours to create 3 videos because I was so in my head. Hey, Morgan, how are you, my friend? I was so in my head. I had so much stinking thinking. But the more I did this, the more confident I got, which is everything, right? The first time we rode a bike, we weren't too confident. Like we weren't too confident, like, oh my gosh, are we going to fall? Are we going to face plant, right? But the more you rode the bike, the better you get. Same thing with content. Now, okay, and this is what I do now. I will go create all 3 of my pieces of content and I will save them to my drafts. The moment all 3 are posted, then I will go back to one of them and I will edit it and I will post it. And then I will wait a few hours and I will edit another one and I will post it. And then about noon, I'll edit my 3rd one and I'll post it. And I'll be done with all of my income earning activities by noon or 1 every day. And then I usually have a training for my team or my community after that time. But I try to get all my income earning activities done. Let me see. I know this will take time. It's different for everybody. A lot of it has to do with your trust in yourself. You know what? I look at my business and I look when I couldn't even imagine making 6 figures. I couldn't even imagine it because I didn't trust myself. We just got to be real with ourselves. Like we just got to be real. And, and what I used to do is I used to look at my content and I would audit it. I'd be like, is there a movement in there? People buy from people. People don't buy because of products or services or coaching. They buy from people. And if you're creating content and you're not showing that you have a movement, why would anybody want to buy from you? You're just doing vanilla marketing. You don't want to do vanilla marketing. I always stood for something. I launched my business in September of 2022. And I was like, I just want to help moms see that there is a way that you don't have to trade time for dollars. I just want to help moms see this, see that you can be doing puzzles with your kids or playing with your kids or doing what you need to do. And you can look at your phone and you can get a customer. I'm like, I just want to help moms do that. And then in November of 2022, just a few months later, I was like, I'm going to create my own community because I don't want anybody slipping through the cracks. Hey, Kay, how are you doing? I don't want anybody slipping through the cracks. So I created a community and I literally started sharing the movement I had in November and December of 2022 was I will grow a community to 1,000. In 2023, I will grow a community to 1,000. That was the movement I created. So if you are not making money online, let's get real. What kind of movement are you creating? Or are you just focused on money? Because there's no connection if you got greed. You want to make a lot of money in this world? Become generous. It's that simple. You got to fall in love with the process. So I went on this movement to grow a community to 1,000 because I was like, oh my gosh, I know if we can grow a community to 1,000, we'll have many making 4, 5, and 6 figures. We hit 1,000 in May of 2023. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, that's it. I'm going to create 100 6-figure income earners because I'm a big dreamer. Now, many people said, oh, that's false hope. Why would you say that? Well, guess what? We're at 109 now. And one's about ready to pop anytime. She's like 3,000 away. And we have 19 self-made millionaires in South Africa. Good morning. How's Martin? I like that. Drive and thrive together. That is positive. I love that. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I've always had a movement. People have always known what I stand for. So you have to give your content an audit. You have to look at your content and be like, do people know what I stand for? Do people know what I stand for? And then all of a sudden I was like, I had like 60 6-figure income earners. I was like, that's it. I'm going to create 1,000 self-made millionaires. And now I have a private coaching that I just work closer with a group of people to help them become a self-made millionaire. And you know what's quite interesting about that coaching? You know what holds everybody back? Right here. They don't trust themselves enough to lead to success. It's wild how much leadership matters, my friend. It's wild. It is wild. Wild to me. You got to lead your way to success. So back to this. This is it. So I would create 3 videos a day. You know how much fun I have creating 3 videos a day? Because I know who my perfect customer is. And I literally always envision their life being changed because they learn these skills. I always envision that, like, oh my gosh, what are they going to do when they never have to look at their bank account again? Like, it's the weekend. How many of you can just go do what you want because you don't got to worry about money? See, money is a byproduct to give us every single thing we want. I have to share something with you. Yes, people follow confident leaders. Yes, people want to buy from somebody that's going somewhere. So this is the freedom I've always wanted. So my son and I, he will actually be 21 this year, and I'm in July, and I'm turning 55. Be nice, be nice, but it's just it is. And he was born on my birthday, and so we were out to eat last week, and we're like, what are we gonna do for our birthday? Like, where are we gonna go? And so we're like, we thought about going to Dubai, right? I'm like, but what are we going to do in Dubai? We really need to kind of study that. So this is a freedom I've always wanted. And we literally 2 days ago, we found a cruise. We fly to Italy. We get on the cruise ship in Italy. We're going to go through Italy. Then we go to Greece. We'll actually be in Turkey on our birthday. Then we come back to Greece, and then it's a 7-night, 8-day cruise that we literally just go on the coast there in Italy and Greece and Turkey. And then we come back and we actually stay in Athens, Greece for 5 days. But literally we found the cruise, we bought it, we got it all, everything taken care of. And my daughter's coming and she's bringing a friend. And then my son's bringing his girlfriend because V goes everywhere with us. And then Mike and I are going. But you guys, that's the freedom. It wasn't like, how much is it going to cost? Can we afford? I didn't even look at my bank account. I got it. I'm only telling you that because I mastered this. I mastered this. That's it. what we used to do for our birthday was just go out to eat because that's all we could afford. Now we've literally been able to travel every year for our birthday. And I'm just telling you, this is because I mastered this. I became somebody that people want to follow. If you're not making money, become that. Lead people to success, my friend. Lead people. I know, I can't wait to share it with you guys. I hope that I have good enough internet to be able to go live, right? Every day. We actually, one of the days, I think when we're in Italy, or is it Greece? I think it's Greece. Yeah, we rented a private catamaran just for us 6. So excited. Yeah, it's on July 12th. So excited about that. And it's like, you guys, that's the freedom I want for you. Because guess what? When I'm long and gone and dead, my children will never forget about the memories I made. Sometimes in life, to have success, and this might sting for some of you, and I'm just going to give this to you right now, because sometimes in life, you hold yourself back. I've let myself down so many times, but guess who I will never let down? My family, my kids, my grandkids. So let me ask you this. Who in your life needs you to be the finisher and be able to make a huge impact in their life? Who needs you? Who needs you to show up? And here's the next question. What kind of life are you building? And what does it cost you if you don't do anything? Or what does it cost you if you're trying to do something and you quit? Yes, my kids. I'm definitely talking to yes, my daughter. Yes, my children and myself. Yes. And that's it. We need to show up, not only for ourselves, but for other people. Who in your life needs you to finish this? Needs you to finish this to create and leave a legacy? Who needs you? Get the excuses out the door. People need you. We live in an amazing world today where you can launch and grow a 6- and 7-figure business with no monthly expenses. I've never spent a dime on marketing. I have made $6.8 million in 2 years and 9 months and 0 spent on marketing. 0 spent. I don't know how long that's going to be in the digital space. That can change at any time. Because guess what? We don't control social media, but we own this. This is how you leave a legacy. You build that email list. So if you're building a business right now, you need to have a real raw conversation with yourself and go look at your content. Go watch the last 20 videos as a third party and be like, do I feel my movement? Am I getting fired up listening to this? Am I wanting to make a change in my life? Or am I going, boring, get to the point? It's the person you become in this journey, I can promise you, is way more than the money you'll make. Way more important. And guess what? When you learn new skills, mostly in the digital space, you've set your family free. You've set your family free. Because nobody can ever take these skills away from you, my friend. Nobody can ever take these skills away from you. Nobody. You can take these skills and implement them in so much, because the world is going digital. That's never going away. Now, when I hear people say, I've not made a sale yet, but I'm not giving up, you're thinking about you, and that's why you've not made a sale. I never thought about me. All I ever focused on is my customer, is my potential customer. How can I impact? How can I touch their life today? How can I bridge the gap and make them feel safe? How can I do that? Because when you focus only on them, you don't know how many days you haven't got a customer. You don't know how many days you have. You know the impact because the emails tell you. It's the impact. I had a gentleman he probably's going to hopping on here anytime. His name is Tim Hess. He purchased from me, didn't make nothing for 3 months. But the moment he got it, that it wasn't about him, it was about his potential customers. The moment he got it, fast forward, he's made $500,000 in 2 years. 500,000. He got on one of my trainings and he asked me a question, and that was his breakthrough. That was his light bulb moment. Think about that. Success will happen for each and every one of you if you never quit, but you got to change here. Because if you're not making money, you're not leading people to the destination. You just love Tim's live? Oh, boy. That's awesome. Yes. Yes, it is. I just showed up. I looked at myself in the mirror because I was terrified to do this. When I mean terrified, I was terrified. I was like, aren't I too old for TikTok? I'm an introvert. I'm going to create videos. What am I going to say? I was so in my head. And I was like, as long as you're in your head, you're dead. But if I get in my heart, I became a servant. So I just was like, I'm going to create content. So I named my perfect customer. I created an image of her and her son. Her name was Emily. Her son had this cute little spiked hair and these beautiful blue eyes. And when I created my content, when I would grab my phone every day, I would pretend like I was just having that conversation with Emily, and nobody else existed. And I saw that little boy bouncing around Emily, and I was like, I know I have to show up as that hope dealer today for Emily so I can help her live her dream life with her son. That's my responsibility. And the moment I became that mindset is when sales came in, when daily sales, when I would get emails from people all the time or comments, and they'd be like, you're in my head. That's exactly how I feel. I would reply back, I'm like, because you're my perfect customer. But if you're worried about what's happening to you or not happening to you, that's the problem. Worry about the lives you're going to impact and just get really, really good at impacting your life. That's it, my friend. It's no different than you. We all have people that we thrive. People, no way, thank you. We all have people that we get around and we just thrive being around them, right? Imagine if they text you right now and said, hey, let's go meet for coffee. You're not going to go to that coffee shop like, you're not going to be like that. You're going to walk in the coffee shop. You're going to open the door. You're going to look for them. You're going to wave at them. You're probably going to hug them and talk to them. You're not going to walk into that coffee shop and be like, hi. And then you're not going to start talking and be like, time out. I need to rewind. I need to start over again. No, because you're not in your head. You walk up to them because you're in your heart. The moment you master this, your marketing will work. That's why when somebody's in my program, I give them a free that says the mindset, the marketing, and the messaging to their first million, and mindset comes first. And that's what most people skip over. And it's wild to me. Yes, Ashley. That's everything. I always doubted me, right? So this is what I said, and this is my best advice for you today. I looked in the mirror and I had to have a really come to Jesus conversation with myself. And I said, what you've been doing hasn't been working. How much longer do you want to live with this mom guilt? So why don't you see what you're capable of? Why don't you see what type of leader, what type of digital business owner you can become? This moment forward, why don't we rip the rearview mirrors off and stop looking back and just look ahead and master this, and don't quit until I reach my goals. I gave myself 3 years, and I gave myself my first year to suck. That's the lack of belief I had in me. But because I wanted to make sure I was in the stands at every single one of my son's track meets or cross-country meets, I shut fear away, and I feared more not being there. I feared more not having a different life in 6 months. I flipped it. I flipped the fear to not getting what I wanted, which was being there for my son, because he's a runner for a D1 college, full ride. And I'm like, shame on me as a mom. If my son reached his goals and I sucked so bad at life, I couldn't be there. That's not going to be me. That is not going to be me. And guess what? It's not me. Not only am I at every race, now we get to travel and make memories when he's not running. All because one day, September 10th of 2022, I decided to launch and learn this. And I decided to look in the mirror and say, let's see who you can become. You got to get the stinking thinking out of your head. You got to get the doubt. You got to let it go away. You got to release this stuff, this baggage that will never get you what you want in your life. You got to release it. Because if you take that baggage into the next chapter of your life, it's going to be a repeated chapter. You got to change, my friend. Nothing great comes in your comfort zone. Regret stays in your comfort zone. So I was pumped to see who I could become. And by the way, the person I've grown to is so much more important than the money I've made. And the lives I've set free is why I do what I do. 109, because I decided to look in the mirror on September 10th of 22 and say, let's see the person you can become. And quitters never win and winners never quit. And you're not a quitter. Let's see the person you can become. Because I had that mindset and because I decided to lead 109 families, everyday families just like me, 109 six-figure income earners, 19 self-made millionaires, because I had the courage to change my life. You can listen to training, you can watch YouTube video after YouTube video, but nothing will change until you have the courage. You have to have the courage to not care what other people think. You have to have the courage to want to become that person that will leave that legacy for your family. You have to have the courage. Yes, nothing changes if nothing changes. Actually, something does change. Depression comes in, anxiety comes in, guilt comes in. You lose more time. You disconnect with family if nothing changes. You're worth more than that, and so is your family. You got to stop holding yourself back. And my gosh, stop being so hard on yourself. Not one of us is perfect. Not one of us hasn't failed over and over. Not one of us hasn't been rejected. Not one of us hasn't dealt with trauma, dealt with drama. Not one of us hasn't been completely sad and devastated. There's not one of us that hasn't been ecstatically happy at some point in our life. But it's what we do this moment that defines us. Your past doesn't, unless you allow it. Yes, overthinking is the enemy. It is. Yes, amen, I receive. Yes, my friend, you need to. Now have the courage to do something different. And that's every area of your life. If it's you don't like the way you look in the mirror, change it. If you don't like your bank account, change it. If you don't like your relationships, change it. It's every area in our life. Matter of fact, if you are trying to make an income online and you're failing miserably, look at your patterns and habits of your other areas of your life. I guarantee you're taking that baggage into making money. Stop. You got to stop. There has never been a better time to launch and grow a business that I've ever seen. Like there just hasn't. Stop making excuses. Who you are now, it doesn't need to be you don't have to be who you are now in 2 weeks, in 2 days, in 2 months. You can be somebody completely different if you decide. That's why I say all the time, I do not want everybody to buy from me because I can't get a horse to drink. I can lead a horse to water, but I cannot get that horse to drink. But if I could, they would never be thirsty. I can lead people to a strategy that will make them millions, but I can't get them to apply the strategy. The longest distance is between here and here. But the moment you get that down here, your world will change. You just have to be willing. You have to realize the person you are now is not the one that is going to attract daily paying customers. It's the person you become. That's why you see some people having massive success. Well, they became somebody that could. They worked on that just as much as they worked on their content. That's why it's so important to get your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day so you can work on you. So you can work on you. Because here's what happens if you have all day to create 3 videos. Guess what? It's going to take you all day. If you work on mastering, getting so structured with your time, and you work on getting, because you're prepared, and you work on getting it done in 2 hours, you can, or 1 hour, you can. It used to take me hours to create 3 videos. Now I can do 3 in like 30 to 40 minutes. That's it. Didn't happen that way at first. So let's keep on going. You're like, woo, let's keep on going, right? So this is because I'm breaking down the 2-hour income earning activity day, what you do in those 2 hours and how it works. Because when you post these 3 pieces of content, can you guys wrap your head around this right now? That content doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. I have videos that I posted 6 months ago on TikTok still getting engagement. I have videos that I posted 2 years ago on TikTok still getting engagement. I have videos that I posted on YouTube a year ago that still get engagement. I want you to start looking at content as your freedom pieces. It's your digital real estate that you're going to plant, and it never goes away. So the more you're consistent, the more you show up, the more you get attention. Do you know the people that have the most attention win? That's it. That's it. You just have to get attention. That's it. That's it. People buy from people. They buy from people. So if you can get enough exposure out there, you will attract your customers to you. So this is for 1 hour, 1 platform. Now, if you're going to add more platforms, you need to add more time. But if you can't even attract daily paying customers with 1 platform, why the hell do you want to go to more? Because you've not mastered your message at 1. And trust me, every platform is different. Everyone's just a little bit different, okay? So the next is 30 minutes, and this is free ads. Oh my, oh my, oh my. That strategy was my favorite. Hey, thanks for the love. First of all, I'm an introvert. So the fact that I could post free ads to high traffic websites, like let me give you an example. It's not a free one, but just so you can understand, Craigslist. Why do people go to Craigslist? Because they're looking for something. Well, I found many different places where I could post free ads, and I targeted moms. And my ad said this. I would literally, I'm sharing with you this exact strategy I used. I literally went to Google and I said, hey, Google, what are the top 10 family-friendly cities in Texas? And it told me what they were. And so my ad would be, attention moms in Texas wanting to make $300 a day from home. And then inside of it, I would be like, no MLM, must have 2 hours a day, must have Wi-Fi, cell phone or laptop, and what was the other thing? Oh, what did I say? Something else I said. And then I said, to learn about the process, click here. And I had a YouTube video that I had created. That YouTube video explained the process. I did it because I understand the power of video. So that was in there. Then right below that was this, to go to my Daily Pay Business website, to learn more, to get the free Freedom Formula Blueprint. So every day I set my alarm for 30 minutes a day. And I'd copy, paste, and post for 30 minutes a day. I had my favorite music going. I had my favorite drink going, and I would just copy, paste, and post. And every day I would set a goal to try to post one more. Now, what it did, build my email list, because all of my every ad drew people back to here. So I built my email list. It built my following on YouTube because I had that YouTube video in it, and I got customers. I built my customer base from 30-minute-a-day strategy. But get this, because I was consistent with that, guess what happened? I monetized on YouTube. I started generating additional cash on YouTube because I spent 30 minutes a day posting free ads. I'm like, are you kidding me? One digital marketing strategy turned into more income streams. I'm now monetized on every single platform, but I started with YouTube. Here's the interesting part. Okay. This is the part that blows my mind. I did it for 30 minutes a day. I had one lady says, but I have longer than 30 minutes. I'm like, I can promise you I get more done in my 30 minutes than you do. And then she told me how many she got done. And I'm like, oh, I can get 100 done in 30 minutes. She goes, what? She goes, I'll take like hours and hours, and I only get like 20 or 30 done. I said, pay attention to what you do during that time. She got back with me and she goes, oh my gosh. I'll look out the window. I'll go grab a snack. I'll go grab my second cup of coffee. She goes, I'll get a notification on my phone. I'll grab it. Somebody will text me. I'll get another notification on my phone. I'll get on TikTok and I'll scroll for minutes and minutes. And I'm like, oh, I got to get back to copy and paste and free ads. And I'll get all these other distractions. I'm like, that is why we set times, because structure equals freedom. Structure. Now, this is what I tell her. I'm like, what you need to do is you need to chunk out 30 minutes, 0 distractions for 30 minutes, 0. Like, you just get it done. Now, if you want to do another 30 minutes, get up, get your coffee there, get whatever you need, scroll on social media, do what you need, then come back and set your alarm for another 30 minutes. I want to give you freedom in your life. I don't want you to be working all day going, what the hell did I do? I want you to know exactly what you did. That's why it's called mastering this. Mastering this. So I did that. My other 30 minutes was comments and emails. And what I mean by that, because what I mean by 30 minutes on comments and emails, you ready for this? This is your freedom formula right here. Because when I would create these 3 videos, at the end of each video was a CTA, a call to action. My call to action is, if you want to learn more about the blueprint that I follow, put ready in the comments. I would absolutely love to share it with you. If you want to learn more about the blueprint that I follow, put yes in the comments and I'll get you the blueprint details. That's my 2 favorite CTAs. So think about this. I would create these videos. At the very end, I would say that. That's called a CTA, which is a call to action. So what happens is they comment ready or comment yes. I like those 2 because those are action takers. I want somebody to type in ready because that starts building the courage for them to do something different in their life. So ready, hang with me. This is huge. This is huge. This is where breakthroughs are going to happen right here, what I'm getting ready to say. So somebody watches my video. My CTAs are at the very end. So that means they watch the entire video. Point. I just got a point with the algorithms. Then what happens next is they comment another point, which means my video is going to be pushed out more. If you're stuck in low views, it's because your hook at the beginning of your video isn't good enough to get them to watch longer. So get this. So they reply back with ready or yes, right? And then I reply back with visit dailypaybusiness.com for blueprint or visit dailypaybusiness.com for details. Now, then another person comes and I will reply. I do that in 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the afternoon and 10 minutes in the early evening. And that's it. And again, I will set my alarm. Structure equals freedom. So do I get all of them commented? No. But people will just go to my profile and look. But my point is this CTA, these videos never go away. And this CTA draws traffic to this system all day long. All day. Just because I spent 1 hour. You guys are already consumers. The average person spends 2 hours and 34 minutes a day consuming social media. Just take an hour a day of that. Become a creator. Plant digital real estate out there. Automate your business so it's working for you 24/7 so you have freedom in your life. That's it. That's all I did. And I'll spend 30 minutes posting free ads, which drives traffic back here again. And then I'll spend 30 minutes commenting or emails. What is the emails that I spend? I got to do the puzzle piece. Okay. The emails that I get is because here. Remember, somebody puts their email in, and then they're given this video, and this is in their email. So, and I tell people all the time, if you have questions, reply. And so they'll reply. About 1% do, and then they all answer their email. That's it. But this is always working. This digital real estate, I want you to think of your content now as digital real estate. And you know as well as I do, the better the real estate you have out there, the more money you're going to make. So if your content isn't making you money, you must not have very good real estate. Change your real estate. That's it. It's literally that simple. Do you post to the same platform that you put content on? My number one platform is TikTok. That is the only one I'm consistent on, is just TikTok. Now, I will take at least one of my TikTok videos a day, and I will share on my stories on Instagram, and Instagram shares my stories to Facebook. I do that. And then when I go live, I do go live on YouTube. So TikTok is still the only platform that I'm completely dedicated and focused every day, no matter what. Blood can be gushing, bones can be flying, puke can be flying, and I'm posting on TikTok because I made over $6.8 million on TikTok. Not only TikTok, some of it on YouTube and all platforms, but I mean, majority of my money is from TikTok because that's the platform I'm consistent. They all work. Every platform works. It's the one that you decide to lean in and get to understand the algorithms. Yeah. Yeah. Are free ads on TikTok? No, this is websites that you go to. I don't post any ads. This is websites. That's why I said free ad strategy. It's websites that you go to. Like I give you hundreds of ideas to pick from, and I found 10. I found 10 that I really liked. And based on how much traffic they got in a day. And I would post 10 ads on 10 websites a day. I could get that done in 30 minutes. Now, at first I couldn't. At first I would only get like 15 done in 30 minutes. I just worked on every day of getting better. I worked on improving. So that's it. Yeah, this is it. This is the whole strategy. Then, so this is what you need the most bandwidth for, by the way. This is why people's content sucks, because they'll go do this, they'll go do that, they'll do this, and then they just quickly make their videos. Oh, no. That's my bread and butter. I'm going to make my digital real estate good. So that's one of the first things I do. That's the non-negotiable. That doesn't come second. It doesn't come third. It comes first, because that's what is going to draw traffic back to here. So I will spend 2 hours a day on these income earning activities, right? Then I will spend an hour. I spend 1 hour every day on personal development and growth. 1 hour. And now I spend about 3 hours a day on mentoring. So I'm like, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. Yeah, about 2:30. I'm usually done working by 2:30 every day. Sometimes I'll do a call in the evening. If I do a call in the evening, I'll be done by noon, and then I'll come back in the evening. Like I did a training last night for somebody inside my community, Jessie Ray. She asked me if I'd be her guest in her community, and I will do that. I will, because now my mind is like, I will create 1,000 self-made millionaires. So I need to pour into them like 3 to 4 hours a day. So this is why this is so important, because then I have more time to create the millionaires. It's the freedom. It's the freedom I've always wanted. And that's what I want for you, if you want it. Some people don't want it. Some people just like to complain. And that's okay. So that's it. Okay, so screenshot this because this is huge. And then what I want to do is I want to answer any questions you guys have before we get off of here. But screenshot this, because I actually have my 6 figures in 4 months training coming up here in 45 minutes. And we're going to do it. It's going to be a good call today. So screenshot this. Now, if you want access to this whole system to know exactly what it's like, so you can see if you're interested in it, just go right here, dailypaybusiness.com. Daily pay business, because we're paid daily. That's the skills you want to learn. You want to learn the skills to attract a daily paying customer. That's it. The difference of me and you is I implement a strategy, I've stayed consistent, and I've learned the skills. Those are, well, I've always been consistent, but the other two things, that's what I didn't, that's what I was lacking in 2022. Nobody taught me this. The moment I learned it, I grabbed a hold of it, and it's been the game changer. Okay. So what's going to happen is when you go to dailypaybusiness.com, you're going to put your email in here. The moment you put your email in, it's going to take you here. And within, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to receive the email from me with the Freedom Formula Blueprint. If you don't see it, check your spam or promotion. And with the Freedom Formula Blueprint is also going to be that video. Watch these 2 videos. It literally answers 99% of your questions. It actually answers 100%. I kind of found out that other 1% is people just need reassurance and they need to feel safe. And I would love to give that to you. So just reply to the email. If you're interested, great. Okay. I would love to help you. Okay. So good afternoon. How are you? So let me know any questions I can answer for you. So I signed up a year ago and never followed through. Nicole, I'm proud of you for literally having the courage to admit that you just never followed through. Yeah, you should always have access. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and if you can't find like your login to the program, just get a hold of the person that you bought from. And they can give you that login to the program. Or you can email me and I can get you the login if that's quicker. Yeah. And just, it's Michelle at Daily Paid Business. If you go up in my profile, you'll see my link. Just click on that and you can email me. Can you explain one more time on the strategy for email part? Well, this is already set up for you. So when you get started in my program, I give you a done for you complete system. This is already set up. The sequence is already set up for 30 days. All you got to do is go inside of that sequence and put in your name and your buy now page. And we walk you through that. I have the most amazing tech crew that I love. See, can I give you another hint? You know how you can be massively successful in life and get your time back? Hire people that are better than you. I just became really good at that. I hate tech. I sucked at tech. So when I partnered up with another Michelle, she's amazing with tech. And so she developed this whole entire system. So, and she did it for dummies like me, and not like a negative dummy, just like, those books, that's kind of me. Like, I don't like tech. I don't want to learn tech. So all you got to do with this is plug in your name and your email. And she walks you through the complete process of how to do that. And even if you don't want to do that, you can pay her a fee and she'll do it all for you. You got to do nothing. And a lot of people take advantage of that. Yes. And so it's working for you 24/7. Well, if they say 2024, it's your responsibility to change it. Remember, this is your business. This is your system. The only one that can edit it is you. So you have to be responsible. That would be like, well, I didn't go to work because you didn't give me the hours. No, you ask your boss, hey, I haven't got my hours yet. What am I working, right? That's the CEO mindset that a lot of people are lacking. Like, you got to become that CEO. You got to become responsible for your business. Yeah. Let me see. I'll tell you something funny though. I have an email still that says 2022 or 2023. I still do. And people email me like, it's 2025. I'm like, yeah, but my emails convert so well, I'm afraid to touch them. I'm serious. But that is the truth. Like, and I just don't want to bother Michelle with it. But I got one the other day. I'm like, I really do need to change that because it says 2023. But again, I don't sweat the small stuff. I don't sweat it. Yeah. Okay. I just joined, but I don't know what you just joined here today. Yeah. I do have payment plans. Yeah. When you go to my website right here, you'll see the payment plans. There's many different payment plans that you can take advantage of. Absolutely. Yeah. Good questions, you guys. Hey, Mark, thanks for following me. Yes. Okay, so I have YouTube over here. Any questions, YouTube, TikTok, any questions before we get off of here? I will be back tomorrow, probably around 11:30 again tomorrow. What I want to do tomorrow is I want to go deeper with this. And what I want to do is I want to help you with how to get your content to convert. So tomorrow I want to talk to you about what a hook is and about like the kind of the I call it the know, like, and trust. So the KLT formula that you create content with to help get your content to convert. So I'll be back tomorrow. It's probably going to be 11:30 because I do have a call at 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Hey, thanks for following me, my friend. Let me see. Yeah, so as long as you, well, congratulations, welcome. Somebody says, I just bought the program. Love it. So as long as you can take a credit, you can use a credit or debit card or use like PayPal, then this business work is a global business. Can I share something with you guys? And I could not even wrap my head around this. I live in Kansas. I'm just a gal in Kansas. I'm just a mom in Kansas, a grandma in Kansas that truly just really wanted to never have to look at her bank account again. I did this every day, not knowing what was going to happen. And what I mean by that is one of my videos got pushed to South Africa. That's the power of the algorithms, because guess what? It got pushed into a mom. Her name is Cecilia, that didn't want to look at her bank account again either. She watched the video, and when she took action, she went through my system and she bought from me in the middle of the night. So I woke up that morning with a customer. I'm sharing that with you because guess what? She has created a ripple effect in South Africa. Now there's 19 self-made millionaires in South Africa, all because I started creating content and didn't worry about the outcome. I just focused on the activity of showing up every day. Because there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about, what if I wouldn't have posted that day? What if Cecilia would not have seen that video that day? What if? Think about that. Now she set her family free, and now 18 other people in South Africa have been set free as well. That's the power of what you have when you build a digital business. So my friend, do not be afraid to learn new skills. Don't be afraid. Your entire life you've had to learn something. Gosh, I hope you want to learn something every day. I hope. True story. Yeah, I know, it's so amazing, isn't it? It's just, so amazing. We are doing a free webinar, and it's actually going to be kind of catered more towards South Africa. And it is going to be Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you guys would like access to get on that, when you go right here, just reply back with webinar details. I will get you the link to get registered for that webinar. You will actually get to hear Cecilia on there as well. And hopefully Christelle, which is another one of the six-figure converters. So get on there, check it out. You'll see how it is a global business. Yes. Yes. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Screenshot this. And again, go to dailypaybusiness.com right now. Get your Freedom Formula Blueprint. Check it out. If you're interested, let's go. Let's get your business set up this weekend. If you're not interested, I just want to say great job. At least you had the courage to check it out, because nothing changes if nothing changes. Okay. Thanks everybody. YouTube, you've been awesome today. I'll see you tomorrow, probably around 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time.